Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along. Which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/zip. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ziprecruiter.com/zip. That's ziprecruiter.com/zip. ziprecruiter.com/zip.
But I got a call that they'd like to meet, and I'm going to see what they want to meet about.
President Trump teasing ahead to his meeting with President Putin in Alaska on Friday, talking about the good and the bad that's going to come out of that meeting, potentially. He was also announcing the National Guard stepping into Washington, D.C., such is, he says, the crime rate in that city. Let's go to our Washington correspondent, LBC's Simon Marks. Simon, are you seeing a lot of crime that requires the National Guard, and what do you make of the weave, as we've seen it so far from the President on Russia-Ukraine?
Well, let's talk about Russia-Ukraine first, Tom, because I think what we heard just in the last few minutes there from President Trump was the clearest indication yet that he is planning clearly to carve up Ukraine's territory in his one-on-one meeting with Vladimir Putin on Friday, that Volodymyr Zelensky definitely will not be there, definitely will not be in Alaska. The president saying that he will inform European leaders and the Ukrainian president about the outcome of those talks. And the more he denied that he was going to force some kind of a deal through, the more he also emphasized that in his view this is all incredibly easy. Both sides, he says, are going to have to give up some terrain. It's very hard to understand exactly what he thinks Russia is going to be giving up in this process, and he expressed frustration with the Ukrainian constitution, which does constrain Volodymyr Zelensky and does not allow him to cede territory with the snap of a finger. So I think there will be grave concern within Number 10 and in other European governments tonight about that. On the crime issue here, look, I've lived here for 32 years. Violent crime in Washington, D.C. is at a 30-year low. He is plucking statistics, plucking scenarios, claims that the city is bedlam out of thin air and using it as a justification to deploy the National Guard on the streets of this city to clear it of its homeless population. We don't know where they're going to go, to revoke part of Washington, D.C.'s right to govern itself, particularly with regard to policing. He's putting Attorney General Pam Bondi in control of the D.C. police force. And most important of all, Tom, he's made it absolutely clear that this is the test bed.
Yeah.
And what he does here in Washington, he wants to take to New York, to Chicago, to Baltimore, to Oakland, to cities all over the country, which would be a highly militarized response to crime and unrest that might be fomented by the presence of those troops coming just months before the country is due to host midterm elections.
We have our American All-Star panel on the show after the news at 6. This will play a big part in that, I'm sure. Simon, thank you very much indeed. Simon Marks, LBC's Washington correspondent.